Bittersweet Hell's 8th episode opens with a flashback that reveals Sagang lost her child and met Jae-jin, who was left behind by his mother, Gomyu's mistress. Jae-jin is therefore not Sagang's biological kid, and she wants to keep this a secret. Youngwon alerts Sagang about the surveillance cameras after challenging Sena. Sagang informs Secretarian and the housekeepers about the surveillance cameras and advises them to be cautious around strangers. In the meantime, Dr. Oh pays Jae-jin a visit at the clinic in the hopes of winning his favor by saving him. In another scene, Youngwon and Youngmin visit their mother, and it becomes clear that Youngwon had to work hard to gain the Choi family's favor in order to provide financial support for her own family following the loss of their father. After visiting the police station that handled Sena's case after her family perished in the fire at her childhood home, she informs Youngmin that Sena is threatening her. They discover that although Detective Cha, the lead detective, had said on multiple occasions that Sena was the cause of the fire and that the case was one of arson, the investigation was quickly closed. So-hee, Do-hyun's girlfriend, informs Youngwon when she is in her office that she is expecting Do-hyun's child and that they intend to move abroad with the child. She requests that she speak with her mom. After returning home, she tells Sagang about the situation. Sagang goes straight to the clinic to inform Jae-jin and urge him to gather himself. Dr. Oh watches them depart with apprehension. After talking to his kid when he gets home, Jae-jin decides to support his choice. Dr. Oh, meanwhile, is staring at the Choi family images and cutting and pasting herself into them, growing more and more unstable and delusional. At this point, Tae-oh sends her a text message urging her to save Jae-jin. When Youngwon and Sagang visit So-hee's mother, Sagang makes her an offer to have the kid aborted in exchange for money. Her mother appears intrigued before departing in embarrassment. After So-hee's father ran out of business, Sagang asks Kansung to look into So-hee's family, and they find that they are having financial difficulties. Youngwon, Kyungmin, and Sungjae visit Detective Cha, who now owns a deer ranch, following the meeting. The investigator informs them that although Sena's sister managed to escape the fire, word of her passing spread before she had a chance to heal. She informed him that Sena was the arsonist, but the matter was closed before he could take any further action because Sena was adopted by a Norwegian family. He also provides Youngwon with the address of her residence. Do-hyun angrily confronts Youngwon when she gets home, demanding to know if she had promised money in exchange for aborting the child because So-hee's family had made a similar promise in a promise note. Equally incensed, Yopong-won visits Sagang and begs her to keep her hands off her son's situation, repeating that she would nurture him in a different manner than Sagang had raised Jae-jin. She later mends their friendship by telling Do-hyun that she will totally back his choice. We move to an interview where Youngwon discloses the truth about Sena's crime after she shows up at a convent in search of Sena's sister. Sena received the recording from Youngwon, who requested that she come to the television station in order to stop the recording from airing. When Sena shows up in search of her sister, Youngwon declares, "It was all a lie. It's your sister's death." Sena then starts strangling her. The review of the episode. This episode is really quite crazy. The suspense and drama have increased as we speculate about the shocking conclusion. Is the sister of Sena truly dead? Was Youngwon acting as Sena, or was she defending her sister, whose whereabouts might be compromised if they found out? Why are Tae-oh and So-hee doing this? Do they merely desire money, or are they Sena's cronies? The show is interesting since there are a ton of questions. Furthermore, it appears that the difficulties the Choice are facing may really be bringing them closer than before. Simultaneously, the ideological distinctions between Youngwon and Sagang's parenting approaches are revealed. One is freeing, but the other is constrictive, and that has an impact on their kids. The conclusion makes it evident that Youngwon and Sena's perilous